Welcome to Penny for Your Shots, Conversations and Cocktails with Brilliant Women, the podcast where we uncork the stories and insights of exceptional female leaders from all walks of life. Our goal is to serve up wisdom, tips, and inspiration, and to support each other in rediscovering ourselves and what sets our souls on fire. We'll also share personal memories, paired with friends and a favorite beverage. I'm your host, Penny Fitzgerald, and I believe that the best stories are served up over a glass of wine or a cocktail. So grab a glass, get comfy, and let's pour ourselves into Penny for Your Shots. Maria Romano is in the love business, but the skills she teaches apply to more than just those looking for romance. We're talking about leadership riz, y'all. Much like you're told to put on your own oxygen mask first when you fly, she emphasizes that you need to take care of yourself first in any relationship. How we start our day is a choice, and Maria gives us tips on how to begin each day on a positive note. Before becoming a wedding officiant, Maria spent 35 years in the car rental industry. Today, she not only officiates around 100 wedding ceremonies each month, she also trains others on getting ordained. She coaches newly single people in how to put themselves back out there and translates these soft skills for businesses and corporations looking to develop employees. We had a fascinating conversation on Leap Day this year, which apparently is a very popular day to get married. She described multiple ceremonies, including helicopter rides for 2 of the couples that day. That calls for champagne. Here is Maria Romano. Hi, Maria. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me, Penny.
You are in Las Vegas, correct?
Yes, and I've been here. Actually, I'm a transplant, Penny, from New York. I'm from the Bronx originally. So once in a while, you're going to hear it a little bit and come out. I'll speak Bronx for your listeners.
I love it.
Yeah. But so I've been here since 1976, and oh gosh, so many changes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and you may hear some of my upper Midwest come out too. I yopa every now and then. Long O's from northern Iowa days.
I know I was going to say you're from Iowa. You go back and forth to Iowa, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So Maria, tell us a little bit about you. What do you do?
Well, actually, it's interesting. What do you do, right? That's an interesting as we evolve through life. Well, first of all, one thing I just started thinking about this is I'm doing life on my terms. And I think that's very important as we hit a certain stage in our life.
Good for you.
That we're doing, because we're so busy, as you know. We start off, right? We're under the care of our caregivers, whether it's our parents or another family member or whomever. So we're running a structure and we're going to school and we're learning. And then we go on into our professional world. And maybe we're fortunate enough we meet somebody and we're married and we have children and everything evolves. And what happens is we put ourselves on the back seat, the back burner. Mm-hmm. It's almost like we treat ourselves like a stepchild. And I feel that as women, and more so women, not men are now starting to feel this as well, because a lot of men are also getting involved in their children's lives or their parents' lives, whoever they're taking care of, and their professional life as well, and their communities, that we really need to take care of ourselves. And one thing is I first of all, what I do is I take care of myself first. And it took me many 60 plus. Okay. So probably most of your listeners are a lot younger than me. I am 68. And it's important that you really work on feeling good about yourself. Mm-hmm. So in the morning, I do me. And then my days, I do the things that I love. I spent over 35 years in the rent-a-car industry. That's where I met my late husband, Frank. I'm a widow. For those of you that are listening, I've been a widow for 11 years. And actually, my late husband had a heart transplant in 1997. Yes, a heart transplant. Wow. Oh, my God. And he lived 15 years post-transplant. He had some great years. He was very fortunate. However, towards the latter part of his life, it was brutal for him. Oxygen, wheelchair, a lot of pain. And what happens is the medicines that you're taking so that you don't reject that organ is really what takes a toll on the body. Mm. Today, fortunately, medicine has come even further. for those people out there that might eventually need something, a new organ. And, with that, I stayed in the rental car industry, but I never loved it. I mean, I never loved what I did. And in 2009, one of my friends got married over at the Las Vegas Country Club, and I saw this woman. She actually was performing the wedding ceremony. I said, now, I would like to do that. I really like to do that. And I embarked on that journey. And in 2010, I actually got my license to perform wedding ceremonies in the state of Nevada. And Nevada was really difficult because Nevada has some funky laws then that you had to be affiliated with the religious organization. You can get ordained online. So I got my ordination. It's changed now. It's a lot easier. And I went out and I put together a mock wedding ceremony in my backyard with a CD. Yes, we did use CDs. And before that, I know what VH tapes are and cassette. And I went out and I pounded the pavement. Crickets.
Wow.
And I was looking for somebody to teach me. And it was trial and error. It was not an easy journey. But hence, 14 years later, I love what I do. I probably perform about 100 ceremonies a month, more or less. Depending
Oh my goodness. 100 a month?
Vegas. Yes, it's Las Vegas, but you have to remember the market. And it's not a 5-minute ceremony. I only work with clients. I have a few clients that I work with because I want to be able to give my couple something that is memorable. I mean, it's trajectory. It's the kickoff of your special day. So I actually transitioned from being in the rent-a-car industry. I was president of our company, transitioned to becoming a wedding officiant, but I also now coach people how to do this.
Wow.
And in my journey even further, when I lost my late husband and got back in the dating world a couple of years after that, I realized getting back in the dating world.
Oh, God.
So if you have listeners out there that are dating, first of all, I marry lots of people. They meet online. They meet in all different places. You'll find someone. It's a matter of being patient. But I talk to people about finding love. So I love what I do. I'm in the love business in all respects.
Start to finish.
Start to finish. That was long, but I wanted you to hear this because
I love it.
I think that your community of people that listen to you, and especially if it's women and they're men too.
Yep.
There's a time in life when you look into really maybe do something that you love. And actually when you do is when you're paid for that and you love it.
Exactly. It sounds like a very joyful career and choice. And love that. And you are speaking my language basically, because I feel too like women, we take on responsibilities. We just put one foot in front of the other. We raise our family. We do our jobs. We go to work. We, do what we have to do. And we lose a little bit of our joy or our spark along the way. And, when you really come to the realization that, what you do day to day has to bring you joy. That's so important.
And yourself, you do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you said that you hit the nail on the head. It's not so much about being happy. It's being joyful and finding peace.
Yes.
Those are two things that are so important in life when you think about it. And time as we get older.
Right.
Today we're recording this. It is leap day. And this is one extra fabulous day a year. We'll only get this 4 years, so
take advantage of it. Yeah,
absolutely.
We don't have time for stupid things. Maria, you mentioned you start your morning with me time. What does that look like for you? What do you do?
In the morning, the first thing I do is I open my eyes. I feel great and say, thank you, God. I feel good. My sciatica's not bothering me. So that's the first thing. This is great. No, actually, in the morning, when I start off, I pray and I meditate just for a couple of minutes. I would love to have more time and spend more time meditating, but my days sometimes doesn't work that way. Yeah. And I have 2 dogs. We have another redhead in the house. And I have a little black and white, a Maltese Shih Tzu. So they get up early and when I have to tend to them.
Yeah.
And usually in the morning I have my coffee and I listen to a couple of apps. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Brendon Burchard, Growth Day. Sometimes we need a push. Yeah. And one thing that I've learned too is, especially because I am single you don't have that partner there to more or less you can bounce off of and talk to, and that kind of pushes you. So you have to learn how to motivate yourself and have conversations with yourself that are positive. So if I have a negative thought in the morning, I stop and say, okay, let's not start the day this way. Let's rewind and go back with it. And that's the first thing. And I exercise. So before I got on the podcast, I spent 30 minutes of exercising. I have an app I download. I go through that, and the dogs were looking at me like, when are you taking me to the park? I said, after I eat a penny, we'll go to the park. So, but that's my day. And then today, since it's a leap day, right? Busy day. I'm going to share with you listeners because I love what I do. I have a client that I'm coaching at 9:00, and she's almost ready to get out there and start to weddings, which is a great, it's something wonderful. She, again, is transitioning from one career to another. And after that, I go over to Maverick Helicopters. I jump on a helicopter for your listeners.
Oh, how fun.
Go to the Red Rock Canyon, about 20 miles out, land there, perform a wedding ceremony, come back, a break. I go with Maverick again to the Grand Canyon in Arizona.
Oh my goodness.
There, marry another couple. After that, then I go to one of the chapels that I work with, and I do 3 ceremonies. So my day will end about 9:30 tonight. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. I love it.
I've got goosebumps.
I pack power food too.
Oh, so proteins and veggies and
well, today it'll be just probably lots of tuna fish that I take and crackers, but something easy because you have to remember when you don't have a refrigerator, you want something you can open up those little deli packs. But I think that's the key thing. And you're talking about what what you eat, okay, and what you put in your body, really so important. And I love a great cocktail. I love it. Glass wine, but I don't overindulge.
Yeah.
And that's
moderation. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the older I get too, it's not as easy you don't want to feel like you're weighted down by anything, really.
You're right.
Food or beverages.
I don't mind getting a little tipsy, but you know what?
I like that.
There's a point in life that you just decide, I want to wake up feeling good in the morning. And everybody metabolizes food and what they drink differently.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So meditation, you mentioned meditation. I love that too. Do you agree that I feel like it helps me focus on what's in front of me so that I have the mental capacity or the ability to be present and to give my time to someone and be in front of, like us speaking together. It's so important that I not be thinking about, what I've got to do next and all of the things. So do you find meditation helps you in that way as well?
It does. It keeps me grounded. And, throughout the day, I'll say, hey, stop focusing or have your mind go in 50 different directions, especially when I have a couple in front of me or having a ceremony, because I've done so many. And you try not to sound automatic. I think that's the key thing. So I really try to stay focused. This is this time, this couple's hearing my ceremony. But, you mentioned something about meditation. And it's interesting. I just listened to another podcast, and what they were talking about, because now we're pretty much way past the COVID situation where we were all hibernating.
Yeah.
And so this is statistics. Now, I'm only quoting you what I heard. First of all, there are over 1 million users that actually Netflix, let me preface this again. Netflix is down over 1 million users. It means people are not watching the binging as much. And meditation apps are down by 30%.
Really?
So, yeah, which is interesting. So what that is saying is that the way the world is going back to this instant gratification, entertain me every 4 seconds. As you know, when they do on TV, when you're watching a frame, a scene, every 3 or 4
so
seconds.
Quick.
Changing it so quick to keep you interested. So I think that those people that, like yourself, like me, that really recognize the importance, whether it's gratitude in the morning, whatever type of meditation works for you, listening to music. Oh, and I listen to bird sounds. I will tell Alexa, play 5 bird sounds, because bird sounds statistically will make you feel better. The University of Austin, Texas did a study, will actually help you feel happier for 8 hours during the day, a minimum.
Really?
Yeah. So that's one thing. If I'm meditating, I will ask them to play bird sounds, or you can find it. But and think about if your meditation apps, some of them they do have beautiful sounds.
Background.
But so I think that meditation is something that really needs to be put into practice. Whatever meditation looks, and it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be a half an hour.
No.
5 minutes. It could be 3 minutes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just start every day with just a 3-minute, even if you have a journal or a notebook near your bed, and you wake up and write 3 things I'm grateful for every morning.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? That journaling, I finally grew up and started doing that a year ago. Grew up for a kid. And make a difference in it. I've a couple of times where I've been trying to figure out something about maybe a talk I want to give or what do you want to say. All of a sudden I wake up and I write it down. It's like, oh my God, had I not written it down, I would have been racking my brains out the next morning. So it's been a great tool.
Yeah, we get so busy. It's easy to forget the things that come to us like that, little moments like that are inspiring. It's nice to write them down or have some kind of tool to keep track of them.
That's right.
So getting back to your day, how fun is that? So do you often get in a helicopter to go to your ceremonies?
Well, it just depends upon the client and what their needs are. Because I already have, like I said, I have 4 clients. So that's 2 clients that I'm working with. So I really am particular with who I work with. So on the Grand Canyon, I plan them out. And yeah, sometimes we go and it's 118 degrees.
Oh gosh.
A little hot. Yeah, it just depends. Some months I'll fly with them, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, and some months 2 months. On January 1st, which was a great day here, January 1. And I had quite a few weddings at one chapel. Then I went to Maverick and I did 4 strip weddings. So I actually, every 40 minutes, it was a 10 to 15-minute flight. We married them in the air over the strip. It's absolutely magnificent.
Oh my goodness.
I went down 4 times. And you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen.
The ceremony in the air, in the helicopter.
Now that one is a little different. And the reason is when we go to the Grand Canyon or Valley of Fire, we fly there, or Red Rock, you land and you perform the ceremony, which is great. And you have time. However, in the air, you're in the air for about 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So that ceremony is shortened to about 4 or 5 because everybody's going up in the helicopter going, oh, wow, look at the lights. That.
Yeah.
Concentrating on the officiate. They're like, wow, this is cool. But marriage is secondary. And then they get off and they realize we were married too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And it's a little noisy because you're wearing headsets. You speak, with the microphone. Otherwise you can't hear.
Right.
But I have to tell you, the scope of Las Vegas has changed so much with the Sphere now that opened up. Which
yes.
You look down, Penny, it's absolutely amazing. If any of your listeners come to Vegas, just take a helicopter tour. It is absolutely beautiful at night.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would love that personally.
Tell your husband.
Yeah, let's go.
Let me know. I'll get you hooked up. I'll get you a discount.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful. Well, I can see you light up when you talk about what you do. And you've been doing this since you said 2010, is that right?
2010 wedding ceremonies. And then in 2015, 16 is when I started also adding my speaking to my portfolio and getting out there and speaking, which is great because when you're performing a wedding ceremony, you're in front of a couple, a crowd. You have to learn how to deal with several microphones, several situations, crowd control. So the public speaking gets easier and easier and easier. And then I did find some great coaches. I started working with them and working on my craft of speaking. So that makes a difference. And one thing I did learn is you just don't get up there and speak. There is an actual formulary of what you're going to share because you want the audience to, engage with you and come away with something valuable. They're giving you their time, which is valuable.
Right.
You're putting together something that's important for them. I started on the trajectory of talking to people about getting back in the dating world. And especially since dating apps are so prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I know you're married for many years,
Mm-hmm.
it is different if you were to ever get back into the dating world. And it was because people just, we don't sit at bars, which, you need to either maybe golf quite a bit, but get out there and put yourself out there. And we're vulnerable. I mean, vulnerability, okay? It's like, oh my God, how do I compete? Everybody looks better. We get this impossible.
Gosh.
So what I did, I started talking to men and women about really how to, overcome those challenges and just giving them tips. And just like what we're talking about, meditation and focusing, we all have wonderful, unique qualities about ourselves that we can offer a person. So we don't have to be somebody that's on, GQ magazine or Glamour. That we all have something unique.
Yeah.
So that I wrote that some people just need that little push.
Mm-hmm.
So I give them the tools on how to set themselves up online, maybe help them with the first date or what to say. I'm not there to coach them forever because they need to get back out there themselves. I can't do it for them.
Right.
And that. Yeah. And then I talk about find love in the workplace. Because of what's happened, we have lost touch with communication, especially post COVID, and also from the hospitality industry. And I see this wherever I go because in Las Vegas, we're a big hospitality city.
Right. Hello, friend. Let's be real. When's the last time you did something just for you? Enter Wine Camp 2026. We're talking wine tastings, fire pit chats, sunset dinner cruises, and zero cooking required. Just show up, sip something fabulous, and reconnect with the version of you who loves adventure, sisterhood, and a glass of local Riesling in hand. Sweet, dry, or both. No judgment here. We're heading to New York's gorgeous Finger Lakes, July 31st through August 2nd. And yes, it's as dreamy as it sounds. Secure your spot at pennyforyourshots.com/winecamp. Don't wait. Room options are limited. And my crystal ball says we're going to sell out. Bring your besties or fly solo like the fabulous free spirit you are. You'll leave with new favorites either way. Wine Camp 2026 is calling. The only question is, are you in? Find out more at pennyforyourshots.com/winecamp.
And because you had so many people that quietly they called this the Great Resignation that were going to want to think
quiet quitting.
Quietly quitting, and they think they can stay at home. There's a quick fix and I can just go on my app and make money. Well, nothing is that easy.
No.
So I talk about also getting when you're back into working with the team and being able to foster great relationships and leading with kindness.
Mm.
I don't know if anybody out here has had anyone that they work with. They said, oh my God, how did they ever get to this position? Right.
Exactly. The skills that you're teaching, the things that you're saying are very applicable to anything. Because it's all about relationships, I feel, and not just a dating relationship or romantic relationship, but the workplace you spoke of, and like starting something new. Everybody's afraid to, not everybody, but it's a kind of a common theme that you have this maybe still small voice that wants to try something. And fear holds us back. Yeah.
Absolutely. You hit the nail right on the head. Isn't that true? Fear does hold us back, and we shouldn't do that. You know what? The worst thing you can do is allowing that fear to grip you and paralyze you.
Oh, yeah.
That is
so
the worst
sad.
thing. And you don't want to be looking back on your life saying shoulda, woulda, coulda. We've all done that before.
Exactly.
It's like the first time when you're in the classroom and you're not too sure and you know the answer, but you don't want to raise your hand. Oh, raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Take the risk.
Want to take the risk. People will risk you. Even if you don't do it the right way, okay? Or even if you give the wrong answer, it's okay. You took a chance.
Yeah.
You're vulnerable, and that's what people want to see. Yeah. And I think that's the key thing, not perfectionism.
Right. People don't like perfectionism. I mean, if you come across as perfect, if you look at any movie, any TV show, the perfect people are the ones that are hated. It's in the scenes,
Right,
you know?
right. So, and it's the people that are vulnerable out there that say,
Yes.
they're very authentic. And that's what we're craving for because of what has happened with social media and the filtering and everything else that
Gosh.
genetically modifying ourselves, facial wise, body wise, that people preferred, hey, I have a bad day. Hey, I get wrinkles. I get pains, right?
Yeah.
I have days where I'm just beating on myself.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to have the coping mechanisms to keep moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. And, when you think about people that, you said that if you speak up, if you raise your hand, if you take that risk, it's an admirable thing to do. Absolutely. And we worry about the people that might judge us. But really, don't you feel like if someone is out there begrudging what we're doing or naysaying or saying, oh, why would you want to do that? Those are the people who have something in them that they have a want or a desire to do something, and they're letting their own fear hold themselves back, so they project it onto you. Right. You see that?
Yes, you do. And yeah, it's interesting because we talk about what's happened post-COVID and what large companies are looking for people with soft skills. And also that in your groups that you're in, within your Facebook groups or whatever groups you meet with, and the soft skills, we need the people that are the cheerleaders, the people that help lead, the people that, yes, that's what it's all about. And that's part of leadership. And most people don't realize that being a leader is not somebody that walks in big and strong. You have to have confidence to feel worthy. Mm-hmm. But being a leader, there's two qualities that are very important in leading. And everybody that listens to your podcast today is a leader. And really think about this, whether it's in your home, whether it's outside your home in your community or in your workplace, wherever it is. But there's two things that make up a leader, okay? Mm-hmm. People want to know, besides having charisma means they, first of all, somebody that is going to listen to you, actually listen. That's the key thing. Somebody that has your back. So those are two things. Think about that.
Yeah.
Right. So those are two very, very important skills. And you don't need, this is not rocket scientists.
No.
So we're having a conversation and we're paying attention to each other, being present. But then, of course, having that person's back. Because there's nothing worse when you're part of a team or wherever you're at, whether you're home, right? Maybe you're with your spouse and you want him to have your back if you're trying to do something with your family, whether it's your children, right? And then all of a sudden they go the opposite way.
Absolutely. Yes.
Let's talk about it, right? Mm-hmm. So those are skill sets, and those are easy skill sets to develop, and people don't realize that.
Is that something that you teach, Maria? Is that something
I do.
I speak about?
I speak about that, and I don't get into complete detail about it, but although I do offer workshops when I'm speaking to companies about how to build up your team and how to foster collaboration, and really think about when you're setting your team up properly or setting your day, whether it's your children, it doesn't just have to be, or your husband or your parent, whomever it is, your organization.
Or your workflow even.
Absolutely. It's so important to be able to set them up properly.
Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to feel seen and heard.
It's very important.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like we go through our days and just head down, probably on our phone, going from one task to the other, maybe multitasking, because that's what we do.
It's funny. I'll never forget when I was calling over to the warranty service. I had an issue with something in my home. And I said, gosh, it's just blah, 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 blah. And they mechanically, I'm so sorry you're going through this, Mrs. Romano. And they don't really care. There's no,
it's like they just read it.
Oh my, exactly. I can say, I'm ready to kill myself. I'm so sorry to hear that. Really. Exactly what would happen.
As you hear pages flipping in the background.
Yes. What am I finding something to answer her with that?
Yeah. And clicking of the mouse to scroll the screen.
Anyway.
What have I not asked you that you are just dying to share with people or that you would want people to know?
Well, first of all, I would like you to share my information with anybody in your community.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll put that in my show notes too.
that might be struggling with imposter syndrome or just wanting to put themselves out there and not necessarily maybe finding love. Maybe they're divorced, maybe they're a widow, or maybe, a widower might be listening. You just don't know. But the point is that if they need some tools, I've got some free tools on my website that will help them. Okay. That's the first thing. I have a free PDF file they can download that they can use if they're looking to put themselves on a dating app, and it'll help them and give them some information. And this is something that I talk about to people, because if you're filling out a resume, you're going to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. Well, same when you're going on a dating app and you're talking about that person you're looking for is a hell more important sometimes than the job you're looking for.
Yeah, you're going to spend a lot of time with that person.
Exactly, a lot of time. And statistic-wise, what happens is we get to our 50s, up until wherever, we're going to spend the most time, if we have a partner, with our partner. So you better like him or her.
Choose wisely.
Yeah. Or by yourself if you don't have a partner anymore.
Right.
So that's the choice we have. So we need to make sure that we are fostering relationships. So that's one thing. And then also, if they have anyone getting married, I have some great ideas. I have like 100 ceremony ideas they can download. There's so many things that people are doing. Or if they're looking to maybe they want to transition and do what I do. I teach people how to officiate. You don't have to be in Las Vegas. It can be anywhere.
Wow. Fun. And what's your website, Maria? What's the name of
It's True Love Knots, TrueLoveKnots.com.
Wonderful. Well, I will put all that information and links to you in our show notes and in my communications out to my people too. But before we wrap up, I would love to hear, you mentioned briefly you'd like a good cocktail. What's your favorite or favorite glass of wine?
So what I'm right now is my taste changes. So when it comes to wine, for example, we're coming into the spring soon. So I'm going to enjoy a great rosé.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So usually something maybe from the Loire area, which I love France.
I do too.
But what I started enjoying peanut butter whiskey.
Oh my God.
A little bit at night. The Skittle Bell, I think it's called, or I can't remember the name.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm not a whiskey drinker. You take a little bit of it with some ice. Oh, and it's smooth. You don't really taste the peanut butter. The point is sometimes if you've had whiskey when it hits your mouth, right?
It's very hot.
Well, different things can happen. But it can sometimes feel bitter. It's different. It's harder.
Higher alcohol if you feel the heat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You feel the heat more. But this is smooth. And sometimes you just want a tiny little bit to take off the edge before I head upstairs to go to sleep. So now I don't smoke cigars, but probably that would go well.
I bet it would. I don't either, so I can't confess, but yeah.
Anyway, and I love wines. I think wines are really, for me, it's more seasonal.
Yeah.
I got to enjoy all of them. But my go-to favorite is a Gruner Veltliner.
I love those.
One of my favorites.
Crisp and refreshing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and your climate too. I bet that's a really nice.
It is fabulous. It is fabulous. Yeah.
Very cool. Austrian wine.
Love Austrian wines. They're really good up there. So if you like that crisp taste.
Is there anything else that you would want to share?
If and anytime you have something, if you want to invite me to come on, I'll be more than happy to. If they come to Las Vegas, just share my email with them, share my website. More than happy to chat. I think we need to be there to help each other.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter where we're at. And today with technology, we need to take advantage that we can form friendships across the Atlantic, across the Pacific, right? So it's important to be able to do that and utilize and reach out to people, find your people that you need. And I think that's the thing, surrounding yourself with the right community. It's going to keep building you up no matter what age you are. When you're at a stage in life thinking, I'm going to retire and sit back. Oh, no. No. What you need to do is make sure your mind is active, your body as much as you can keep it active. Those are things, and emotionally and spiritually.
Yeah. Anytime, especially as we age. But yeah, anytime we need our people, our tribe to push us, inspire us, lift us up, support us. Right. Absolutely. Oh, wonderful. Maria, this has been so fun. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm just the people I met you.
Yes, this has been a great connection, and I'm grateful to meet a new friend. Have fun up in the helicopter, and gosh, I'm so excited for your couples to experience all of it. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
That's a wrap on another spirited episode of Penny for Your Shots, Conversations and Cocktails with Brilliant Women. I hope you've enjoyed the intoxicating blend of wisdom, wit, and wonder that these incredible women bring to the table. Check out the show notes for links to resources referenced in today's episode. And remember to subscribe and raise a glass with me every Thirsty Thursday as we continue to serve up inspiration, celebrate resilience, and reignite the passions that set our souls on fire. If you've loved what you've heard, please share the podcast far and wide and leave a sparkling 5-star review to let me know your thoughts. It would also help tremendously if you would visit pennyforyourshots.com and subscribe to learn when new episodes are available and pick up my free recipe. In the meantime, remember that your story deserves to be served and savored. Cheers to your brilliance and of women everywhere. Until next time, keep sipping and experiencing life's extraordinary moments. This is Penny for Your Shots, signing off with a clink and a toast to us. Cheers.